Friends, good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are fine. And in last 2 days, you revised up to this point. As I remembered, IOV finished the fluid kinematics, and today we will start the fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics is a very important unit, and from this unit, you will get at least 1 to 2 marks in gate, 1 to 2 questions in gate of 3 to 4 marks. According to the Maccabi-Smith, now we will cover 2 chapters. Incompressible flow through pipes, and next chapter that one. Is it clear? Very good. Just tell me the number of questions that we have solved till now. The number of questions that we have discussed. Sixty-three questions we have solved. Okay, 63 completed. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Each and everything should be crystal clear. Before starting fluid dynamics, we will study about the forces and the forces acting on a control system. As I have already told you that there we have 2 types of forces. One type is body force and second type of surface force. Please tell me any example of body force acting on a control volume. Any example for body force acting on a control volume? Okay, wait. Anyone else? Inertia. Gravity. Gravity and weight are both the same things. Okay, gravity. And any example of the shear force? Sorry, surface force is shear force is an example of shear force. Yes, magnetic force, that is also very good. Now students have a lot of confusion between tau xy, tau yx, tau zx, tau zx, tau xz. First, we will clear all these things, all the doubts, and then we will start the dynamics part. So what do you mean by fluid dynamics? What do you mean by fluid dynamics? You already know what do we mean by fluid statics, fluid kinematics. Sir, fluid in motion at study of fluid at its motion. It is the definition of fluid kinematics. Study of fluid along with forces causing the very good. 211845. Remaining students, how yes, it is correct. Here we will discuss the force also. Is it clear? Write down next heading. Cause of motion also. But in fluid kinematics, we did not discuss the cause of motion. We studied only about the motion without knowing the cause. Let's start. You know, from heat equation, how many equations will you get? Laplace equation, diffusion equation, Poisson equation, Fourier-Biot equation, and it is general heat equation. Write down first definition. This unit is very, very important, 3 to 4 marks. And it is Monday today. In this week, I will finish the complete fluid dynamics. And in next week, then I will finish the pump also. Pump and that is dimensional analysis and similitude. In next 10 days, I will complete your FM. So first write down definition. Fluid dynamics is the fluid dynamics is the fluid dynamics is the study of fluid motion. Fluid dynamics is the study of fluid motion with the forces causing them with the forces causing them. A force may cause acceleration. A force may cause acceleration or deceleration or retardation depending upon its nature. Depending on its nature. Write down next forces acting on a control volume. Forces acting on a control volume. And understand it with your full concentration. If you will not get this, then you will not get the equation of motion derivation. Write down step by step. First point, as we know that the forces acting on a control volume. The forces acting on a control volume consist of body forces. Consist of body forces that act throughout the entire body of the control volume. Act throughout the entire body of the control volume, such as gravity, electric and magnetic forces, and surface forces, that act on the control volume, that act on the control volume. Control volume is not the correct word. That should be control surface. That act on the control surface such as pressure, and viscous forces, and reaction forces at points of contact. At points of contact. And one more thing, only external forces are considered. Only external forces are considered in the analysis. Not internal forces. So the forces acting on a control volume consist of a body forces. First one is body force that act throughout the entire volume of the entire control volume, magnetic, electric, and gravity. And second one is surface forces. Surface forces that act on the control surface, such as pressure and viscous forces. So we will discuss here three types of forces. One is gravity, second is pressure, and third one is due to viscosity or viscous forces. Is it clear? And in the analysis of the fluid dynamics, we will consider only and only the external forces, not internal forces. Is it clear? You can write next point, internal forces. Internal forces are not considered. Internal forces are not considered in a control volume analysis. In a control volume analysis, unless they are exposed, they are exposed by passing the control surface, by passing the control surface through the area. So we have total forces, summation of all the body forces plus summation of all the surface forces. So in control volume analysis, the sum of all the forces, the sum of all forces acting on the control volume, acting on the control volume at a particular instant in time, at a particular instant in time is represented by summation of f and is given by so total force acting on a control volume summation of f is equal to summation of body forces plus summation of surface forces. So total forces acting on a control volume, summation of body forces plus summation of surface forces. Body force will act on the volumetric and surface force on area. So for body force, you will take over the volume, and for surface forces, we will take over the area. Suppose we have this is any control volume. It is control surface. This one is control volume. Is dV a small volume element? It is dA area element. The gravity will act in this direction. The total forces acting on a control volume is composed of body forces and surface forces. Body force is shown on a differential volume element. Differential volume element and surface force is shown on a differential surface element. Body force and surface force. I hope you noted down up to this point. On a differential surface element. Write down next point. Body force. Body forces act on each volumetric portion. Each volumetric portion of the control volume. The body force acting on a differential element of fluid or volume of fluid of volume dV within the control volume is shown. And we must perform volume integral to account for the net body force on the entire control volume. On the entire control volume. Second one is for surface forces. Surface forces act on each of the or act on each portion of the control surface. Each portion of the control surface, a differential surface element a differential surface element of area dA as shown in above figure of area dA and unit outward normal on the control surface is shown in above figure. It's shown in above figure along with the surface force acting on it. So we must perform an area integral. We must perform an area integral to obtain the net surface force acting on the entire control volume. Acting on the entire control volume. Or we can say control surface. Entire control surface because it is surface forces. Control surface. One more point about this. The surface force may act in a direction the surface force may act in a direction independent of independent of that of the outward normal vector. outward normal vector. And the most common, now we will discuss one example from both. And the most common example of body force is gravity force. I hope up to this point, there should be no doubt to any student. Very good. Up to this point, I told you two things, because about the control volume we have already discussed in that at the time of the thermodynamics. On a control volume, we have two types of forces. First type is that is the body force. Second type is that is the surface Write down next. First, we will discuss the gravity force, and second, we will discuss the shear force. Because we have already discussed about the pressure forces. Write down next one. The most common body force. The most common body force is that of gravity. Is that of gravity, which exerts a downward force, which exerts a downward force on every differential element of the control volume. Every differential element of the control volume, while other body forces, such as electric and magnetic forces may be important in some other analysis. But in our analysis, we will consider only and only gravity forces. Here we will consider only gravity forces. It means for us, body force means gravity force. As in the TV ad, Thanda means Coca-Cola, like this. In here, if we have body force means gravity force for us. I have already told you, suppose we have that element. We are going to enlarge this element. Assume it is dx, it is dz, it is dy. This is the direction of g. dv volume, density rho, df of body force is equal to gravity force, and that is rho into c vector into dv. I assume that this is the y direction, z direction, and x direction. So gravitational force acting on a fluid element where rho is the average density of the element, and g is the gravitational vector. in Cartesian coordinates. In Cartesian coordinates, we adopt the convention that G acts on the in the negative z direction. This is the positive z direction and this is the negative z direction. So G will act in this direction. So gravitational vector in Cartesian coordinates and here we are going to consider only body force. So summation of body force is equal to integral along the control volume so we will get m into G. So this is the PhD on body force. Now surface forces are not as simple as body force. Write down next. As we know that surface forces are not as simple to analyze as simple to analyze. Why? Because they have two components. Since they consist of both normal and tangential components. Normal and tangential components. So surface forces are not as simple to analyze since they consist of both normal and tangential components. Furthermore, while the physical forces, while the physical force acting on a surface is independent of the orientation of the coordinate axis the description of the force in terms of its coordinate components changes with orientation. Changes with orientation. Or we can say, in addition, we are rarely fortunate. In addition, we are rarely fortunate enough. We are rarely fortunate enough to have each of the control volume or each of the control surface aligned with one of the coordinate axes. What does it mean? It is not possible na, that every time, suppose it is our x direction and our force is going to act in x direction only, maybe some other direction. Is it clear? So that's why, in addition, we are rarely fortunate enough to have each of the control surfaces aligned with one of the coordinate axes. So for that, we need tensor quantities. We are forced to define, we are forced to define a second order tensor. We are forced to define a second order tensor called the stress tensor. Sigma ij in order to adequately describe the surface tensor or surface stresses at a point in the flow. At a point in the flow. So stress tensor in Cartesian coordinates. Sigma ij is equal to sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma xz, sigma yx, sigma yy, sigma yz, sigma zx, sigma zy, and sigma zz. I can divide this in two parts. One is diagonal element and second one is off diagonal element. And we know that if the plane and action both are in same direction, that will give you the pressure force. So these diagonal elements are known as, what is the name of these diagonal elements? These diagonal elements are known as, tell me, these diagonal elements are known as, there is some specific name for these diagonal elements. Any one of you? I just try to think. Eigenvalues. I am not going to teach you mathematics. That is not eigenvalues here. Anyone else? Anjali, that is wrong. Uditanshu, that is wrong. Shubham, you are correct. 21176, you are also correct. Rama, yes, that is also nearly correct. These off-diagonal elements are known as normal stresses, and off-diagonal elements are known as shear stresses. Anjali, shear stresses are not all these diagonal elements. Off-diagonal elements are known as, because from the definition of pressure, always perpendicular to the surface, that is pressure force. And if it is at an angle, then it will be shear stress. So please take care of all these small things. Brush up your concepts. Write down next point. The diagonal elements the diagonal elements, yeah, the diagonal components. The diagonal components. All this analysis is very important for your interview point of view, especially BARC interview, because every year they asked a question that the derivation of equation of motion, and their main motto is not to just ask that equation. Their main motto that the forces involved in that derivation, the derivation of that equation, is it clear? And the direction of forces, in which manner forces are going to act on a control surface, body forces, surface forces, they ask all these things. The diagonal components of the stress tensor, the diagonal components of the stress tensor, sigma xx, sigma yy, and sigma zz are called normal stresses. Are called normal stresses, and they are composed of pressure. They are composed of pressure, which always acts inwardly normal. So they are composed of pressure and viscous forces or viscous stresses, and the viscous stresses. The off diagonal elements. The off diagonal elements are called shear stresses. That's why you marked up that tau xy, tau yz, tau zx, all these are shear stresses. Since pressure can act, pressure can act only normal to a surface. Pressure can act only normal to a surface, and shear stresses are composed entirely of viscous stresses. Is it clear? Is there any rocket science up to this point? Each and everything should be clear to each and every student. Very good. Sir, so many things are new. Why? It is my class. So that's why you will get. Write down next point. When the face is not parallel, there are two things. One is acting direction of acting of force, and second one is direction of the plane. When the face of the plane, or when the face is not parallel to one of the coordinate axes, one of the coordinate axes, then mathematical laws for axis rotation and tensor can be used to calculate the normal and tangential components acting at the face. So we will use tensor notation. Actually, in mathematics, we have an extra unit that is tensor algebra, but we are not here to pursue our PhD in that topic. Can you tell me one thing? What is the basic difference between Harikesh, that is you are correct. What is the basic difference between scalar quantity, scalar vector and tensor? Please tell me. Scalar vector and tensor. Scalar vector and tensor. The basic difference between scalar vector and tensor. Sir, scalar has magnitude only. Vector has both direction and magnitude only. And what about the tensor? Sir, scalar no direction. Vector one direction. Tensor is the generalized form of scalar and vector. Tensor is second order vector. Okay. So tensor with respect to coordinates, tensor and scalars and vectors are special cases of tensors. Okay. Magnitude. Very good, Aditya. Very good. You are absolutely correct. In a scalar quantity, we have only magnitude, not direction. In vector quantity, we have magnitude as well as direction. But in tensor quantities, we have magnitude as well as direction, as well as plane of action. You are absolutely correct. Very good. Andrila, you are also correct. Scalar give only magnitude. Vector has both magnitude and direction. Tensor will tell you about the magnitude and the direction, as well as the plane on which it acts. So please write down this thing. So tensor have three things: direction, magnitude, and the plane of action also. Write down next. Otherwise, for us, fluid dynamics means Bernoulli equations directly. So write down next one. Sigma ij sigma ij is defined as the stress, and stress is sigma ij is defined as the stress, that is force per unit area. Force per unit area in the j direction in the J direction, acting on a face whose normal is in the I direction. Whose normal is in the I direction. So there should be no confusion. Sigma ij represents or defines the stress in the J direction whose plane is in the I direction. Is in the I direction. It is a standard notation of this one. For example, sigma xy is defined as positive for the stress. I hope in early classes, I told you the positive negative concept of the sigma. At that time also I defined in very brief that stress here is that body forces and pressure forces. At that time when I defined about the forces, pressure force at that time I defined. Sigma xy is defined as positive for the stress. Pointing in the y direction. Pointing in the y direction. Y direction on a face whose outward normal is in the x direction. This is a suppose area element dA. This is the control surface. From here we will get two components. It is control surface, assume this direction is y x. and this direction is 1. So it is df surface force in x, and this is the df surface in y. Df surface, that is the normal, and this one is df surface tangential. Draw this diagram. So write down next point. The surface force acting on a differential surface element sigma I dot n vector into dA. So total surface volume, surface force. Then we will take area integral. Control surface. D. Now we can write summation of F total is equal to F body plus F surface. Body force over the control volume, rho into G into dV plus over the control surface or we can write the total force is equal to F gravity for body force plus pressure force plus viscous force plus other. So this one is body force, and all these are surface forces. Total force. Write down one more point. The dot product of a second order tensor, the dot product of a second order tensor and a vector is a second vector, and this operation is often called the contracted product or the inner product of a tensor and a vector. What is its correlation here? It is a product of second order tensor and vector. We can write in our case it turns out that the inner product of the stress tensor sigma ij and the unit outward normal vector and the unit outward normal vector of a differential surface element yields a vector whose magnitude is the force per unit area acting on the surface element and whose direction is the and whose direction of the surface force itself. All these are very basic fundamentals. If you will study 10 books also, then also you will not get all these things. Is it clear up to this point? It was all about the forces. And all these are very fundamental concepts. Akshat, tangential manner means the plane of action and the plane both are in the same direction. It means x in x, y in y, z in z. Both are in same direction. As pressure. That is the meaning of that one. Very good. Now one more thing in this section. After that we will start the write down next heading, stress at a point. Stress at a point. Even if you have 1-2% doubt also, that will also be cleared in this derivation. Suppose I have any random body. Suppose we have this cross section and we will analyze this in each and every direction. Suppose we have this element and we cut it from the between like this, and after that we will get this section. Assume this direction is z direction. This direction is x and this direction is y direction. Suppose we have this element, this small element, and the force is going to act in this direction, delta F. First draw this diagram. Now I will make an free body diagram of this element. So we have this element. This is the z axis. This is the y. And this one is the x. The force is going to act in this direction. So its component in this direction, delta Fy, its component in this direction, delta Fz, and its component in x direction, delta Fx. So we will define sigma zz, tau of zx, tau of zy, sigma zz, limit delta A tends to 0, limit delta A tends to 0, and limit delta A tends to 0. It is delta Fz by A by delta A, Fx divided by delta A, Fy divided by delta A. So you will get the physical significance of all these. So this sigma zz represents tau zx represents and tau zy represents. So sigma zz represents normal stress on a plane, normal stress on a plane perpendicular to the z axis, perpendicular to the z axis in the direction of z, in the direction of z, because we cut like this, and this plane is in which direction? This plane is in the perpendicular to the direction of z. So that's why normal stress on a plane the perpendicular to the z axis in the z. We have this plane. This plane is perpendicular to the z direction, and if our one component of the force in that direction, so we will say it is the normal stress on a plane perpendicular to the z axis in the direction of z. Is it clear to each and everyone? Yes or no? Is it clear that what is the meaning of sigma zz? Plane of action is also in the same direction. Very good. All these concepts are wonderful concepts. Suppose I have this bottle. If I will cut this bottle, and this is the plane, this is the direction z direction along this direction. So this plane is in perpendicular to the z direction. So and our one component in this direction of the force. So our plane of action as well as the force acting in this direction both are in same direction. Even after the MTech also students are not able to get all these things. So it is a normal stress on a plane perpendicular to the z axis in the direction of z. That's why I gave in written form also. What is the tau of zx? It is the shear stress. It is the shear stress on a plane. It is a shear stress on a plane perpendicular to the on a plane perpendicular to the z axis in the direction of x. In the direction of x. Because direction is x, but the plane direction is perpendicular to the z axis. In similar manner, shear stress on a plane, shear stress on a plane perpendicular to the z axis in the direction of y. In the direction of y. Shear stress on a plane perpendicular to the z-axis in the direction to y. So it means you can understand one thing. If you have tau 1, 2, it means this one represent, it will represent the direction of plane, and this 2 will represent, it will represent the direction. Z in Z, because both are in Z. This plane is also in Z direction and force is in Z. Z of Y, plane is in perpendicular to the Z, but acting direction is Y, ZY. It means the plane is perpendicular to the Z, but the acting direction is X. All these concepts are very nice concepts. In McCabe Smith, they explained this complete thing in one line, which I gave you 2 hours to clear it. Is it clear? Now is it clear? If you have tau 1, 2, first one represent the perpendicular to the plane direction, and second one is the in direction. Yes or no? If you have any point, sir, everything is clear, no doubt, sir. If you have any doubt at any point, ask, because all these concepts are very wonderful concepts. And I am 100% sure that 99% of you are going to study all these things first time. Very good, very good. Sir, मजा आ गया, very good. Actually, when you commented after that, I explained, na? So that's why after explaining also, I gave in your notes that this one, first one represent plane and second one represent direction. So we can also write like this. Our element was like that. So here we have sigma zz. Here we have tau. Plane z, y, and this one is plane z and it is x. Now we will cut it in a vertical manner so that plane should be perpendicular to the y-axis. When you will cut it vertical manner, then we will get such type of diagram. Again, same, this direction is z-axis. This direction is x. This direction is y. So we have already discussed about this element. Because the plane of this was perpendicular to the z1. This time we need to discuss a plane which is perpendicular to the y-axis. This plane direction is perpendicular to the y-axis. So now we are no kids. We will write directly. We have this element, and we know this element for this plane is perpendicular to the z-axis. Is it clear? So again we will write. So tell me, this is the sigma yy tau This plane action is y and direction is z. Plane action is perpendicular to y and this one is x. I hope there should be no doubt to anyone. In similar manner, now we will discuss about the top plane. Is z. It is x, it is y. We have already discussed about this plane. This plane also. It is the top plane. It is the front plane. And it is the side plane. And corresponding to this, we have 3 more planes. That's why we have total 6 planes. Now, if we have this plane, so this plane is in direction perpendicular to the x. So if you want to write this plane, then we will write this. So this plane is in direction of x, perpendicular to x. So now we will get sigma of xx, because both are in direction also x and plane is in x. Tau of xz and tau of xy. It is the PhD on that, and I cannot explain more than that. Is it clear to each and every student? Yes or no? Very good. Sir, on the name of this one, we know bus Bernoulli equation and some more equations, and we are happy. In 2 hours, our dynamics should be finished. So what is the stress matrix? So our stress matrix is given by. That's why I told you I'm not here to make you happy. I am here to make your exam happy. Sigma xx, now use tau xy, tau xz, tau of yx, sigma of yy, tau of yz, tau of zx, tau of zy, sigma of zz. So it represents plane perpendicular to x-axis. It represents plane perpendicular to y-axis. And this represents plane perpendicular to z-axis. This represents this x-x-x, this y-y-y, this z-z-z. This represents direction along x. Direction along x. This one is direction along y. And this one is direction along z. It is the micro level analysis of this one. Sir, everything is crystal clear without any doubt. Thank you very much. It means my hard work is successful. So it is a real physical significance of tau and sigma. I hope now you will not forget throughout your life. First one is the plane perpendicular to the direction of that plane. Z in Z, Y in Y, X in X. Is it clear? Very good. In similar manner, keep enjoying all the classes. So now we can say, so what do you mean by tensor? So tensor have magnitude, tensor have direction, as well as the plane of action. As well as the plane of action. Now write down next point. Components of the stress tensor in Cartesian coordinates on the right, top and front faces. Components of the stress tensor in Cartesian assume this is x direction, this is y and this is z. So if we'll analyze this top plane, Suppose one point is on this plane, this one point is on this plane, and one point on this plane. Then if this is x direction, then this plane is perpendicular to the which direction? This plane is perpendicular to the x because this is x direction. So it is sigma xx. It is plane is in x. Sigma xx, sigma xy, sigma xz. Is it clear? This above plane, this yellow one, that's why I use different color. This yellow plane is perpendicular to which direction? Tell me. This yellow plane is perpendicular to which one? 21176. So how is it possible that z direction? Array, this plane, it is y direction. Very good. Note z. Very nice. So it is the y perpendicular to the y1. So this one is sigma of yy. Sigma of yy. So it is sigma of yy. This one is plane is in perpendicular to y, yx, and this one is sigma of yz. Is it clear? Now this plane is perpendicular to the, this plane is perpendicular to the, this plane is perpendicular in which direction? This plane is perpendicular to the z1. Very good. So we will get this is sigma zz. This is sigma zy. And this is sigma zx. Is it clear? So it is the PhD on this. It is all about the forces, body forces, surface forces. I hope now it should be equal to the, it doesn't matter Uditanshu, both the notations are same. You can take tau zx or tau zy or sigma zx or zy. Sir, you made it crystal clear. Thank you very much. Is it clear to each and every student? Otherwise, on the name of this one, student mugged up. सर प्यार हो गया आपसे, क्या समझाया आपने क्रिस्टल क्लियर. थैंक यू यार. सारा प्यार मुझे करोगे तो तुम्हारी गर्लफ्रेंड सब्जेक्ट से प्यार करो एफएम से. इज इट क्लियर? आई होप नाउ it was the complete base of the, sir, sigma means, yes, sigma means normal stress, and sigma means normal stress and tau are shear stress. But if you will follow the notation of Sengel, they use all for both sigma. But in our Indian authors or in our Indian language, we use tau and sigma. But main is all about the notation. If you have sigma xx or sigma tau xx, both are same thing now. If I am going to use sigma xy or tau xy, the notation is different, but its physical meaning has the same one. That first one will represent the plane of action, and second one is the direction. That is the thing or nothing. So that's why the sigma and tau, there should be no confusion. It is all about the notation or nothing. Is it clear to each? It was the base of the dynamics, fluid dynamics. Otherwise, I also have that power like other faculties that within 2 hours, complete fluid dynamics will be over. But I know that at the time of interview, when they will ask such type of question, and you will listen all these things first time. So it is better to struggle in my class, rather than in interview only. So main thing is that plane and the direction. The plane which is perpendicular to a specific direction, and I explained this thing only due to one reason, because first reason at the time of interview they will ask, but that is future thing. Otherwise, at the time of the derivation of the equation of motion, when I will take, okay, its component, x component in z direction, then one thing should be in your mind, sir, both are perpendicular. If you will take vector, sir, it will cancel out, because at 90 degree and cos 90 degree is equal to 0. So that's why. So now you will not ask such type of bullshit questions. Sir, this class was great. Great. Everything is so clear. Array, every class is good, yaar. Just you need to enjoy that one. Is it clear up to this point? So it is the real significance of the forces acting on a control volume. And after this class, now we will go in a direction. First, again, I will solve continuity equation in different manner. Because continuity equation is a based on the conservation of moment, conservation of mass. After that, we will discuss the general equation of motion. In others class, you will get the till now. For you, the equation of Bernoulli equation is like that. Okay, we have these 2 points, and they make all the energy at this point and this point should be equal. Yeah, this is the Bernoulli equation, and we will mug up some assumptions, and we will be happy. But after that, first I will derive the continuity equation in different manner. After that, we will derive the equation of motion. In equation of motion, now there is no need to derivation of the forces. Now I will write directly because I gave completely 2 hours to this system. After that, from that equation, we will from the equation of motion, we will get the Navier-Stokes equation. From Navier-Stokes equation, we will get the Euler's equation, form of equation. From Euler's equation, we will get the point form of Bernoulli equation. From point form of Bernoulli equation, we will get the Bernoulli equation without correction factor or fluid friction. After that, we will understand the physical significance of correction factor. What do we mean by the kinetic energy correction factor? What do we mean by momentum correction factor? After that, Bernoulli equation with correction factor and both correction factor. After that, Bernoulli equation with fluid friction. Chronology समझ रहे हो ना आप लोग? Bernoulli equation with fluid friction. After that, Bernoulli equation with pump work. After that, Bernoulli equation with pump efficiency. After that, Bernoulli equation with major and minor losses, sudden expansion, sudden contraction, sudden bends like this. Is it clear? Then in such a manner, we will complete the Bernoulli equation. अरे भाई मैं डरा रहा हूं तो मैं उसे डर को भी मैं क्लियर करूंगा, कोई नहीं, डर के आगे जीत है. Is it clear? And after that, we will discuss the incompressible flow through pipes. First, we will discuss the shear stress distribution, then different friction factor. We have 2 friction factor. One is fanning friction factor, and second one is Darcy friction factor. Then pressure drop. On the name of pressure drop, you must have one equation here: delta P by L is equal to 32 mu V bar by mu V bar d square by something. But I will tell you the general equation, because the equation which I told recently, I told you it is the Hagen-Poiseuille equation, and the applicability of this equation is only for laminar flow. But if turbulent flow, then what will happen? For turbulent flow, you don't have any equation. So we will derive the general equation: delta P by L is equal to 2F rho V bar square by D. This is the general equation. If you will put the value F is equal to 16 by RE, then you will get the that your Hagen-Poiseuille equation. But if you will put the value of F is equal to for turbulent number, for turbulent flow, then you will get the that. Because in 1997 they asked one question, that a pipeline in which carbon tetrachloride is flowing, CCl4, and for half of the motion laminar and for half length turbulent, and then you need to calculate the total pressure drop. Then delta P is equal to delta P1 plus delta P2. So that is the total pressure drop should be equal to the pressure drop in first section plus pressure drop in second section. And in GATE 2015, they asked a very wonderful question from the Bernoulli equation, one of the best question they asked in exam till now. And in 99% books, the answer is wrong of that question. You also solved that question. The right answer will be 26.01. When we will solve that, you will get. Is it clear? Anything else? Up to this point, each and everything should be crystal clear. This unit is of 4 marks. And after that, we will discuss pump. And after that, last will be dimensional analysis and simulation. In next 10 days, I will finish it. Sir, why GATE 2015 is the toughest? Because I gave in 2015. So it is our bad luck. When we gave in any exam at that time, that exam is tough. When I gave in 2010 or in 2011 AIEEE, then AIEEE paper was out. Then we need to reappear in the exam. In GATE 2015 also in last 5 years. In GATE 2015 was the only GATE paper where cutoff was less than 30 marks, 26 marks, because IIT Kanpur set up the paper. And whenever IIT Kanpur will set the paper, the cutoff will automatically less than 30 marks. It is a track record of IIT Kanpur. Sir, is there any PSU exam? We take their own exam. Bureau of Indian Standard, their own exam. RCFL, Rashtriya Fertilizer Chemical Limited, their own exam. Sir, what was your rank in GATE 2015? Nearly 400. Sir, how much hours for mechanical operation? 20 hours. Sir, transport properties. I have already covered so many properties. Just try to think. Is it clear? Very good. Now we will meet in tomorrow class. In general category, after getting the 400 around rank, also I got IIT Kharagpur in third round, not first round. IIT Chennai fourth round. IIT Roorkee first round. I applied only for 4 IITs. But I paid fees for IIT Roorkee and IIT Kharagpur. Then I took my money from IIT Roorkee. So no, today there is no classroom after afternoon. From tomorrow onwards again for next 3 days, we will have two classes, morning class as well as evening class, so that we can finish in at this proper time. Because nearly 63 questions we have solved now, and we need to solve nearly 100 question or 90 to 100 question in fluid mechanics only. So we need to solve nearly 30 more questions, and out of 30, only 20 questions from the fluid dynamics only. Sir, how much class you need to take to complete derivation? In tomorrow morning class, I will finish all the derivations, and after that questions and questions. I will derive only one derivation, that is the equation of motion, because that is a mother equation, and after putting some assumptions, I will get another equations. Sir, how was the Delhi? In Delhi, there was a lot of cold. Yeah, you need to take care of the fresher world on this their exam. There is one more, that is Numaligarh Refinery Limited. They also conduct. Sir, I am afraid of Navy stock. Don't worry, we will remove your this one, that one. Sir, how many overall? How many days class? I told you that in 10 days I will finish your complete fluid mechanics with 100 questions. Are you already afraid from this tau xy and body forces and surface forces? And today I cleared all these things. Okay, this is sufficient for today. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Initially, I was thinking that I am not able to take this morning class because I just reached in today night, very late night. But luck by chance, I got up early in the morning and then I took. Thank you very much. Bye. Take care. Have a nice day. Keep learning, keep smiling, be happy, and keep revising also.